Developing now, we are learning more about the Columbia Mall area shooting suspect. We now know prior to all of this in December, Emmett Zaya was granted home detention despite an attempted murder charge and a record. This morning, political commentator and Baltimore Sun co-owner Armstrong Williams is joining us live to weigh in. Armstrong, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Megan.
You know, Armstrong, while on release, Howard County police say that Zaya left his home multiple times and shot at others in two separate incidents near the mall in Columbia. The question is, how? How can this happen when you're supposed to be monitored?
You know, it's fascinating when you listen to Judge Brooks' reasoning in the courtroom.
Yeah.
We're not here to judge your guilt. We're just here to judge whether you are a threat to society. So anyone who's on the receiving end of the judge's judgment to make a determination to place this person under home detention and not have them face harsher penalties, you have to ask yourself, what was the judge considering? What is it in the courtroom that a judge considers to make them believe that this person is not a threat? And then another thing, Megan, you have to ask yourself, when they go to home detention, are parents in the home? Is there anybody supervising the home? Is there any kind of alert? Not just the monitor that is there, but is there anything else? And then this person goes back out, fatally kills two people, and what do you expect? And what happens is, his psychosis is, they know what I've done before, it's only escalated and continue to escalate. Why would they think I'm gonna get any better? They're not serious about my behavior. In fact, it enables their behavior, Megan. It encourages their behavior, and they go out and do much more.
You know, when we talk about the judge's decision, too, it sounds like emotional testimony from the mother might have been something that helped get that home detention. You mentioned whether the parents are at home, all of these questions that, you know, may or may not have been a factor here. Armstrong, bottom line is he was leaving the house here. So when we look at reform and home detention in general, what kind of change do we need to see happen here to make sure that whether you're an adult or you're a juvenile, if you're on home detention, you're on home detention?
I think what's sometimes missed in here, you talked about the mother's emotional testimony. Maybe she's threatened by this child at home. Maybe she's under duress. Maybe she's saying what she has to say to find a kind of peace, because you don't know, that's an abusive situation. The bottom line is that judges, someone has to make a determination, because you know, parents are flawed. They always believe their child can do better. They're gonna love their child no matter what they do.
Hope so.
But here's the bottom line. Two people died for no reason at all because of bad judgment by the mother, by the court, and we can blame the system. You can blame Schiraldi in the Department of Juvenile Services, but the courts, the home, all play a role in making a determination of the truth and the fact about this kid's behavior. And what it tells us, Megan, you must look at their track record. If you have a track record like this kid, common sense would tell us you do not put him in a situation where he can go out and escalate and look at what he's done.
Or at the very least, if they really felt he wasn't a danger to society, given the prior record that he did have, shouldn't there have been someone checking in maybe more regularly? Could that have changed this situation?
How many times we've seen this dance and how it plays out, Megan? People die. We keep having the same conversation every week. The bottom line is someone has to become a little harsher, a little cold, and say, look, I've got to look at the record now. I've got to look at the escalation of your record, and I'm going to make a determination. You are a threat to society, and we're not going to allow you to do any more harm to this community who lives in fear already. That has to happen.
We'll see if it does. Armstrong, as always, thanks for weighing in. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Megan.